in a fashion that you're gonna see Trap win a lot of games in. It is just what it is. Like a lot of his games, they look silly. They're gonna be very difficult to reproduce because he's just so aggressive and just really pouncing on any type of lead he gets. So here we see the third build that Trap introduces us to, which is a Phoenix save up. Looks very similar to all the other builds he's done so far. Once again with the key of denying any type of scouting. So then we go into the fourth game that he plays and we get Pillars of Gold. So far we've seen 1 4-gate Blink, 1 Robo Colossus and 1 Phoenix save up. Let's see what he has planned this time. And also let's have a look how he decides to trick his opponent, or if there's anything else that he wants to trick his opponent with. It's always important to do. So once again we see the early scout. Very safe, by the way, Trap. Always early scouts. Core before Nexus every single game. Throws down the pylon. Now, this is a cute little play, which I really dislike playing against, where they walk by your pylon. So, this is just fun to show. They walk by your pylon while it's building. Doesn't have a lot of vision yet. They build a bunker behind, and then they go there with the Reaper. Sometimes they play double Reaper, sometimes they play single Reaper. I prefer the single Reaper version, as it still allows for a faster factory, obviously. But yeah, double Reaper is also fine. Might be able to have a little more longevity here with that bunker. So this time we're gonna be playing Adept Stalker, and this actually is pretty good for Clem. Like, this is the first time in the opener where I feel like Clem is gonna get full information. It's actually doing some decent damage. So he gets the pylon, he gets the Nexus. There's gonna be a Dark Shrine on that. I'm not a fan of this. I think here what happens is that Trap had DT planned for this map, and then this happened, and instead of adapting, he decided to stick with the plan. But against double Reaper, the likelihood of this getting scouted just became a lot bigger, right? I mean, you have a bunch of units which can do decent damage against Reapers, but it's gonna be super difficult to make sure that nothing sees it up there. Now, also your mineral mining obviously hasn't been going too great. One Reaper does end up falling. Actually, he does manage to get away with hiding his Dark Shrine, so forget what I said, he's brilliant. Now, Clem gambles correctly. He's not going to be playing Mines, he's going to be playing Tank Raven, which is a safe play, I would say. He's seen so many gate units, and especially Stalkers, that he knows that it's probably not Stargate. So not getting Cyclone, not getting Viking. And Clem gambling on Raven instead of like a Mine drop. I think that's pretty safe. I mean, Tank is nice to have against Blink as well. So DTs don't do too much, and because the early game here for Trap was kind of bad, yeah, this game just doesn't look very good. And now we're gonna see what kind of happens when Trap is behind, which is not very often from the early game, where he doesn't get in to be in a great position. Then a lot of the time his very aggressive style kind of falls flat, which is obviously sad to watch. So even though I praise Trap a lot for his aggressive style and the way he can do very many things, it feels like that if he doesn't get very far ahead, sometimes he's just a bit over aggressive. Now I do like that he's going to be going into a Robo Bay, which is Colossi are kind of this stable unit that even if you're behind, if you take 1 or 2 good fights with a battery, you can kind of come back into the game by having a very good army. The thing is, it's not that easy to punish with. Like a lot of the time you can't really kill your opponent too well with it. I see a Raven moving across the map. Gonna throw down a couple of missile turrets. This is gonna force the Stalkers that want to meet this army halfway back home. So this army is just gonna get a free move out at this point. And a couple of workers are gonna go down as well. One more turret goes up. Raven flies away. I mean, at this point, Clem is just absolutely light years ahead and just walks over his opponent. So yeah, not a great opening here.